the casting is like, where did this come from? And there are a lot of trolls.
They needed someone who could sing and act,
right.
and she does both very well.
Right. There are a lot of trolls out there, complaining about.
Oh,
this casting.
it's not my Ariel.
That's, not right. Hashtag not my Ariel. I did hear that.
People that don't have nothing better to do with their time. No, these are adults, not kids.
Right.
Because these are adults
right.
who
the Disney children's generation are exposed to various types of princesses. So this isn't a big deal for people under 20, but people, my age and I guess a little younger are used to the Ariel. A lot of arguments are, well, the Little Mermaid is like a Norwegian myth, but then people are like, well, Sebastian was a calypso singing crab. So, how are we going to cling?
A singing crab.
Right. How hard are we going to cling?
This is a fictitious account.
Right.
Mermaids are not a real thing.
It's kind of like, and then some people are like, well, where it's located, where she was technically located. I mean, people, okay.
It's a fucking mermaid.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, so when the news dropped, I was a little like, oh, okay. But I mean, I wasn't angry. It just was okay.
I didn't really care. How many times has a black character been portrayed by a white actor throughout Hollywood?
Give me an example. I don't know.
Well, Jesus.
Okay, well that's not. I don't know. Well, that's a whole. I don't want to get into that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not. The thing is this. I would understand if you were taking a historical figure who was one ethnicity and.
I mean, we just heard Tom Cruise is signed on to play Malcolm X.
Oddly enough, I would really like to see that because I think Tom Cruise could pull it off. I mean, he's amazing. And I mean, that would be the fastest running Malcolm X we ever saw.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, the thing is this. If we're talking about a historical figure being portrayed by someone that is not the ethnicity of that figure, and it's not like a play, then I could say, hey, all right, then let's not do this. But if you're talking about a fictional character
that doesn't, and I'll tell you, it's an animal. Well, can I call it an animal? Yeah.
Wait, no.
The mermaid. What?
I don't know. I mean, that's a very good question. She's a person, but I mean,
half female, half fish,
half human, half fish,
half human, half fish.
Yeah, half fish, half human.
Yeah, half fish, half human. Unless you could find one in science somewhere, it's a thing that never wasn't a real thing. Yeah.
So I mean, honestly,
so we don't know what color they are.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, because the thing is this. You have to step back and take a look at yourself. Are you angry? Because if they decided to say, oh, when she's, we're going to make her blue because she's a mermaid, and you have no issue with that, but the only issue you have is because they decided to pick someone whose skin is brown and that's an African American, well, that says something about you. And I'm almost certain that if they made a decision to make her skin green or blue, people probably wouldn't have been up in arms. If they said, oh, it's live action, mermaids don't really, she's underwater, they gave you that excuse and you were okay with that, but then they go, oh, we're going to make her a person that looks African American, and you go, oh, whoa. In the cartoon, she was, I'm saying a ginger, but she wasn't African. She had red hair. So it's kind of like, well, then what does that say about you?